And here we are, everybody. It's Alpha Podrants. What's going on? It's been a while since we've seen you. So great to be here again. It sure is. Yep, here's an intro.
Yeah, that never gets old.
That never gets old.
I've had days like that too.
I feel like that constantly. Hey, everybody. I'm Luke John, your captain, and we've got Kish over here, the man. Oh wait, what is he? He's the man Tribble.
The proverbial old man trouble.
And downstairs, we've got Charles W. Well, Charles W. has never been here. Usually he's in very odd name. Nice to see you, Lieutenant Charles.
Hello, Charles W.
Who earlier y'all didn't see his avatar, but he chose an avatar of Morn from DS9. And there he is. Morn!
Morn!
And actually, I say that for a reason, because if you rearrange the letters in his name, it says Norm!
That's right.
So,
that's right.
I think that character of Morn was sort of whoa! Someone's infiltrated the ship. Oh no! It's a red alert. It's a red alert.
I'm not here.
I'm not
Help! What are we doing?
Beam me out, somebody.
Jimmy grins.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, he's gone now. Okay, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I made it for the start of the show. Duh.
Mike. And here I am in the bar with Morn behind me. See, it all ties in somehow. I don't know how that happened, but But so talking about DS9.
Yes.
Why don't you two just suck each other? Yeah, good idea. While I'm like doing very important business, why don't you guys get all the DS9 wiggles out of you fucking creeps?
What is he doing that is so important? That's what I want to know.
In space. Goddamn, unplug my microphone. Creeps in space.
In space.
You guys
can hear
are.
you scream.
Sure.
Okay.
Nobody can hear you scream in space.
Oh boy.
There's no air.
What is happening? I don't know. But no,
I missed that, Luke.
I watched Lower Decks. I was a little behind, but I watched the two most recent episodes, so that makes me caught up. I saw the episode that focused on that Vulcan junior lieutenant, which I didn't realize that she came from another ship and that she was supposed to be on the Cerritos temporarily.
I don't think we know that until this episode. Till that episode.
I thought that was on. I thought that was on the episode before, the one where
maybe it was.
Everyone
remember.
was affected by. Everyone was believed to be affected by the Betazoids.
Right.
That was the episode before. Which I am greatly disappointed that we did not get. I know that the actress that played her is no longer with us. She did pass away, but they could have at least used a different voice actress and just brought the character in anyway.
What, Luoxana?
Yeah, Luoxana. Yeah, bring in Luoxana. It's just, come on. They could have recast her. It's an animated show. They could have recast her.
Yeah,
they have a whole lot of audio from her too. If they really wanted to do it, they could probably AI it. They could probably throw a bunch of stuff in an AI and get her voice very close.
Yeah,
but again,
I mean, they recast
I'm
the
not
movie
fan of AI, but I mean, they could have done it.
But that's taking away, jobs for actors, voice actors, things like that.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I can understand.
But no, it's just, I mean, I would have liked to see Luoxana. I mean, I would have liked to see her, but I mean, hell, I mean,
Ashaka Waka, What are you talking about here, Dominic Sin? I have no idea what you are speaking of. Get off the screen. Get it off the screen.
Oh
Jesus.
no! Oh no! You don't. You
Did
don't
Jim
want
see
to.
that?
Yeah. I think
We don't want
that-
him to leave this early in the show. I mean,
early.
it's called Creeps in Space, and then what? One of the creeps is gonna leave. Yeah, I mean, jeez, he's not
Oh,
even.
boy.
It's half here.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but-
I saw that was happening. That they were having Rom as the Grand Nagus,
yeah.
who happened at the end of DS9. That was the last season, right?
Yes. Yeah. Grand Nagus Zek, who was the Nagus before Rom, he didn't die or anything. He just wanted to retire.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Just want to go with Moogie.
yeah. He retired and ended up getting involved with. I don't know if he married her, but he did end up getting romantically involved with Quark and Rom's mother.
Right.
With
Yes.
Moogie. Yeah.
With Moogie. And Moogie was another character that was recast. Originally, it was Andrea Martin. Did, I think,
Yep.
one
Yeah.
episode, and then they recast. And the woman doing the voice did a good job.
Oh, yeah.
I really, it was
didn't
hard
realize
for me to
that.
tell at one point that it wasn't Andrea Martin.
Yeah. I was able to notice that she was recast in the second time she showed up, which I thought was very weird. I didn't really understand why they recasted her.
Maybe Andrea Martin had other commitments, so she didn't want to do
Maybe.
more than one episode.
It didn't really matter at the time. It's just like, I mean, I wasn't really bothered. I wasn't bothered that she. I just thought it was weird. It's just
Yeah.
I'm not really a fan of recastings in general.
Right.
I don't really like it. It's just if an actor plays a specific character in whether it be a movie or a TV show, I prefer it. It doesn't have to play out this way, but I prefer it that actor sticks with that character if they can, because it's mostly a continuity thing, is what it is.
Yeah.
Like one of my biggest issues with that is in the Brendan Fraser Mummy movies, where in the first two movies, the character Evelyn O'Connell was played by Rachel Weisz, but in the third movie, she was recast with Maria Bello, and that whole thing always freaking bothered me. So it's just, I just don't like recastings. I don't. I never have. So I'm sorry about that little
that's okay.
Mini
That's
rant.
No.
Little
So I
bitty
wonder
rant.
when that happened in DS9, when Quark thought that he was going to be the new Grand Nagus, because Nagus always came to him for all sorts of stuff, and it was you thought he was grooming him the whole time. That's what I thought anyway. The whole series.
I freaking love that. It's just that the whole time, like Quark was wearing the robes. He was walking around with the cane.
Yeah.
And then of course we ended up getting
is,
that episode that we don't talk about.
Quark turning into a girl episode.
Yeah. There are not many DS9 episodes that are clunkers. That was kind of a clunker.
Yeah.
So,
but no,
but when he did make it's Nog, right? No, what's his name? Nog is
the son. Nog is the son that enlisted in Starfleet.
Oh,
now,
he enlisted in Starfleet.
Nog died.
Yeah.
Is Nog the character dead? Now, how did they deal with that?
Nog the character is not dead, but the actor that played him
is dead.
Aaron Eisenberg, he is dead.
Cancer, right? Something like that.
No, I think the disease that killed him had something to do with his kidneys.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah. So, because I didn't know if I saw in like the little video of the episode of Lower Decks that there was a shorter Ferengi that was sort of going, this is the Grand Nagus. I didn't know if that was Nog.
Yeah. There's a little Ferengi that's friends with Mariner in Lower Decks at this point, and I don't know how they met, but they're friends supposedly.
Okay, so
and she shows up on Ferenginar when everyone else shows up on Ferenginar. And it was interesting the way they portrayed that. You got to see a little more of the planet, kind of in an artist perspective. You got to see a lot of nightclubs, and that would make sense because they would have all sorts of venues where they could take and make money. So So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
With that.
Yeah, they would want to make money. Now, I used to play Star Trek Timelines, and supposedly in Star Trek Timelines, there's a weird convergence of every time, every dimension, so you can play any character. You can you pull them onto your crew. So you have this whole crew. You could have a crew of like 5 different Picards: young Picard, old Picard, Borg Picard, alternate universe Picard, whatever. So
and Android Picard.
Yeah, whatever.
What about Shinzon of Remus?
Shinzon of Remus.
Who's that?
Yeah,
really?
Remus?
Star Trek Nemesis. He's a clone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen all of Nemesis.
He's
I've
in
seen
there.
bits and pieces of it. So
they're all in there. But in that, there is now 2 factions. Well, this was years ago. 2 factions of Ferengi. There's the ones that follow the Nagus, and now there's a reform faction, or more of a traditionalist faction. Because remember, Rom was making changes, and so was the Grand Nagus. Like, women could wear clothes because of Moogie. Moogie was very progressive, very liberal.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And if you notice that episode of Lower Decks, all the women are clothed. So
yes, which I was not surprised by that, because I remember DS9, but at the same time I was like, wait a minute, the Ferengi women are wearing clothes?
Yes, she changed the entire society.
Yeah, that was a very convenient plot thing also, because they didn't have to worry about blurring out, like I said, they were going to show any nudity on
now they can show all the Ferengi women they want. So
exactly.
Well,
exactly.
just
I wonder though if that's canon, if that idea in Star Trek Timelines, I'll have to look it up. I just kind of thought of this while we were talking about it, so I'll look it up.
I've never heard of Star Trek Timelines. I'm gonna have to look this up.
But it was a mobile, it was a phone game. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Then at that point, I don't care. Okay.
Yes, because it wasn't, the gameplay wasn't like a first-person kind of thing. It was when you do a mission, you'd have like this timeline, and it would have different dips and stuff, and you could try to go different, do different things. Like, should you fire upon these people, or should you try to negotiate with them? And
right.
Depending on the skill of your people that you brought on the mission, and how hard the mission is, you might pass these little, every little tick on your timeline or not.
Right.
And then you fail. And then the battles between ships, you basically, you find a ship, you get a bigger ship than that ship, you beat the shit out of it, and then it was automated, but it was fun to watch. You'd watch like, oh shit, am I gonna win? Oh no, but yeah. But I just wonder if stuff that they introduce in there is part of the canon. If it's all that integrated, like all the stuff that's happening on Lower Decks, I would think is now canon. Anything they're doing, anything they're saying is probably canon.
Well, as it turns out, Mike McMahon is a big Star Trek fan, right? So I think he was probably a stickler for detail, is my guess.
He's the creator of Lower Decks,
right? Lower Decks.
Okay. I'm going to have to go on a limb here and say that, well, it's probably not a limb if everyone agrees with me. Maybe,
short
I
branch.
don't know. But I think Lower Decks is canon.
Yeah, because they always go back and make reference, and they do that for a reason. It's to satiate us fans, but they'll go back and they'll mention about things that happened in the past.
And I think whether or not Lower Decks is canon is solidified by that episode that we got in Strange New Worlds, because we were able to see Boimler and Mariner in live action.
Oh, you know what? Right. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
We were able to see a live action version of Boimler and Mariner. So that means there's a live action version of Tendi and Rutherford, and there's a live action version of all the other characters.
Yeah. That's how things go. Yeah.
And they even explained in that episode of Strange New Worlds why the characters look animated. It's because of that weird alcoholic drink.
Okay.
Yeah. They say, is this real? Whatever. Was it Romulan? Might have been a Romulan ale or something.
No, I don't think it was Romulan ale. It was something else.
Right.
But like the crew of the Enterprise drank it, and then they all of a sudden just changed.
Right,
to
they all became
animated versions.
cartoons, right?
They
Yeah.
became cartoons, and like Mbenga was like, what is in this? And he just started freaking out.
Yeah. Okay, so put that Morn back up. I want to see Morn again.
All right.
Who mourns for Morn?
Okay, so Morn. So we were saying Morn and Norm, right? Cheers. Have you seen this meme before?
Oh.
Cheers was actually a holodeck program.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Because look at all these characters that went from Star
wow.
Trek.
Wait a minute. Kelsey Grammer was in Star Trek?
Yep.
He played a captain of a ship. I think it was Next Generation, where the Enterprise comes to a nebula, and something comes through the nebula. And this is an episode where the timeline changes, and I can't remember, because I think what happens is the ship, they crash. Oh yeah, there's a crash, and I think this episode, a couple of the characters are coming back on a shuttle pod, and they're supposed to meet the Enterprise somewhere, but they see it blowing up, and there's some crazy shit going on, and they don't know what happened, and they got to figure it out. I don't know. They have so many episodes like that. I'm not sure which one it is, but he is, and eventually he basically goes, hello. Once they figure everything out at the end,
doesn't the Kelsey Grammer character also have a relationship with Lwaxana Troi? Or
I'm not sure.
Am I thinking of another actor from the series?
That might be a different actor. But he's from the past, and they go, hey, now you've been in a time loop or whatever for the past, 80-something years. Welcome to the future, You're still Starfleet, but,
Now, correct
you're
me
behind.
if I'm wrong, but the woman in the meme that has the glasses and she's in the section where it says actually, is that the woman with the octopus arms that
yes we've done this one before. That was
from where?
Charles Fuckett. That's from Next Generation. Riker goes down to a planet, and he's undercover, and they're trying to figure some anomalies going on the planet, and he's down there, but he gets injured and he goes to the hospital, and they figure out he's not one of them because they have tentacle type arms.
I remember that.
He wakes up, and he wants to get loose, and she only lets him loose after he makes love to her. And he's like, but I gotta go. And she's like, please, just come stay with me. He's like, and he kind of looks around. He's like, all right, if I have to. And then, obviously,
that Riker, that crazy rascal. Oh man, what the hell? It's like he's the Kirk of the Next Generation, because Kirk, from what I understand, from what I've heard, Kirk pretty much slept with anything that moved.
Yeah. And whenever there was a female protagonist that was in the show, here comes Kirk, and whether it was the Indian girl, whether it was some blue alien, whether it was it didn't matter. They were always pretty. So I mean, to 60s standards.
But that's hilarious. I never made the analogy with Morn being a takeoff on Norm, because he's like a barfly, so that makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
And they probably had that
Kirk get with Mud's robot girl or something.
Oh, I do have one. Robot girl. Well, one of them was a robot, but didn't look like a robot. Yeah, that's more of an AI enhanced.
He's not so
image.
Lovable in that picture. Wow.
Wow, that actually, I gotta say that actually looks kind of cool.
It does.
Hairy moles on his head.
Yeah.
God.
All right, he's gonna need to go to a doctor to get that looked at.
And those little itty bitty ears that you don't notice when you see them in a distance.
Instead of
because you see it kind of in perspective. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I've never noticed them before, but now that you mention it, now I can't unsee them.
Oh yeah, the little
ears.
That's
so
weird.
Right there, winking at me.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious that when we first showed up. Oh, sorry. It's hilarious that when we first showed up, before the show even started, you started talking about Morn, because I went, oh my God, something happened that I was looking through mugshots, basically, for a different project. and I came across this person, and I went, "Oh my god, who does he look like?" And okay, so then it made me make this. So here we go. This is the freaky Star Trek doppelgangers. Okay, so this guy's named Thomas Wayne Kenny. Look at this guy. Isn't he? He looks like a human version of Morn, right? Pretty close.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. You're going to ruin it.
But also, there's other people like Elon Musk.
Who's he supposed to look like?
Who does Elon Musk look and kind of act like?
I'm gonna say Data.
Ding, 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 ding. Look at that. And then, okay, so now from the original series, we all will remember this next guy.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
He was at the end of the show a lot, and I can't remember what episode. Is there, what the hell is going on? Are there disguised aliens that live among us? Disguised aliens that are...
And those are the mentally challenged aliens, right?
Yeah, that's a Pac-Led, which, I mean... They're living amongst us. We have to watch out. They're already here. And this is from the Changeling, the robot from the Changeling from the original series. They both have no legs and they're like robots. I can't believe it. It's incredible.
That's hilarious.
So that was
that is hilarious.
That was my doppelgangers.
Yeah, that weird looking alien, that was from the Clint Howard episode because that was supposed to scare them because it was a scary looking alien.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay.
They use it at the end of the credits, at the end of every show.
Okay.
But like I said, he said that was kind of his. Oh yeah, I think he referred to he's my Mr. Hyde to my Dr. Jekyll because, like I said, you weren't afraid of Clint Howard, but you'd be afraid of that weird looking alien. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'd be afraid of Clint Howard looking like that. He was a little creepy. So where's this other guy? What happened? He really left because of Star Trek, because of Star the other.
If
I
Jimmy
can't even
Grins
say
doesn't
it.
show up, I'm going to be upset.
I can't even say it. Well, he already made an appearance, so it's here. Because I wanted to ask. Oh shit. Oh wow.
Oh.
Wait, where was
There
that?
he
Oh,
is.
I had some pic.
Oh my God, you're on my television. Oh my
no.
God. Hello.
Yeah, you got to
Echo?
be careful about that. You don't want to accidentally cast to your TV.
No, I tell myself that every time I masturbate.
Yep. Then you get stuck in an endless loop.
Richard Kish knows.
I know.
Did
Hi,
you
guys.
get
so,
to?
So, oh, what? What did I miss?
Did you see this episode yet?
Dean Stockwell, yeah. That was great.
Yes, I did.
Wait a minute.
Oh wait.
It was
That's
so great
the guy
seeing the two of them
from
together.
Quantum Leap.
Yes, it
Dean
is,
Stockwell.
Captain Quake. Hey, Quakey.
The
Richard
late, great Dean
Kish,
Stockwell.
you're very old. Does this ring a bell to you?
Is it Amigo?
Hello.
It's
You're very old.
not only Amigo, correct?
It is Amigo. Oh my
It is
God.
Amigo. This is, I was looking for this. I've said this like 3 times. I've been on air like 3 times in 2 weeks, and I've said this 3 times. And this is a recreation of the original Migo. It didn't exist when I started collecting these guys, but the whole reason I started collecting these guys was because of the original of this.
Excuse you. How long have you had the Kirk? Is that a recent addition?
Just got it the other day. I walked into Walmart and said, I won't buy anything unless I find a recreation of the original fucking Migo Kirk. And there it was.
Yeah,
just
you got
one
it.
of them.
You got
One
it.
of them.
There it is.
So
there it is.
Was
Got
it
it.
put up? Is Migo still exist, or is this a company
Migo makes a lot of stuff now.
Really?
Well,
It's still
it's Marty Abrams Migo, but it's like it's the same company.
Forgot about that.
Okay, I believe you. I believe you.
Yes, so I got the Dean Stockwell episode. I apologize for being so late to this Creeps in Space.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, jeez. This episode. It was so hilarious when he shows up as he's the head of the detention center, or the warden of the jail that has all the Suliban, and so what? Archer's there with Trip.
Does Charles still have trauma from the last time we discussed Suliban?
Suliban. Oh my.
Oh yeah, because I confused it with Cinnabon.
Then you went on a rant about George Takei rubbing Cinnabon icing on his nipples.
Thanks for the spit take, Charles.
Richard Kish, you missed it. He was being a sick boy. But briefly, I must say I had the strangest. Jesus, I'm tired, aren't I? I've had the strangest problem tonight. Why I couldn't come here. When Luke messaged at 6:30 to want a pod rant tonight, I said yes. I forgot I double booked, and the woman is mad because we had to watch Daryl Dixon and what I fell asleep on last night, the finale of Enterprise season 1. Which goes into season 2. She's like, it's such a great episode. You have to watch the best of it. And she's just very mad that we're not watching that right now. So I had to at least, I had to do Daryl Dixon. We did that. And boy, oh boy, methamphetamine zombies now. It is fantastic. Charles Whedon. Go watch that show. It's only 6 episodes in season 1. Forget all the Walking Dead. Forget everything else. Just watch Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon.
No.
You can't even get Charles to watch Enterprise for crying out loud.
I knew that. Why
well, I'm not going to watch Enterprise because it has Scott Bakula, and Scott Bakula rules the franchise.
You're
a little jerk.
You're a creep.
I'm going to...
saying, "Oh, my old buddy Scott, man."
You're lucky Dean Stockwell died of prostate cancer, Charles.
Oh.
All right, who is that? Is that the other guy?
Shran. That's Jeffrey Combs. Yeah.
I know who Jeffrey Combs is. I'm talking about the other guy, the guy that was the warden at the prison with the Cinnabon.
No.
I can't hear Suliban.
The only other character that Combs might play, other than Shran, he played a Ferengi in that one episode where the Ferengis take over the ship and drug everybody.
Oh yes,
in Enterprise, yeah.
Oh no, he played Liquidator Brunt.
That was Deep Space Nine.
Yeah,
what as well.
But on Enterprise, he plays Shran. He plays a Ferengi in the same episode with Ethan Phillips, Neelix, and Clint Howard. Plays a Ferengi on that also.
Okay. Yes. Oh, I vaguely remember that episode where they were talking about doing things to Paul. Yeah.
Well, yes. Everyone talks about doing things to Paul.
Yeah.
Which episode was this now?
The one where the Ferengi knock everyone out.
Oh, maybe Jim hasn't gotten.
Oh yes, yet. No, I'm through season 1, but I fall asleep on most of the episodes, and I had just been alerted that I've been outbid on a 1976 Mego Star Trek Andorian. Ooh. I didn't even know they made aliens.
I didn't think they had Andorians back then.
Of course they did. I knew that much.
The original series.
Yeah, they are from the original series, but it was like 1 or 2 episodes because I remember the one episode where his horn breaks off, his antenna on the original series. I remember that.
Well, I had no clue that they had a whole aliens line from back in the day. There's Klingons, there's Andorians. I don't know what else there is, but there's a Gorn. I'm certainly getting the Gorn.
Okay, but look, Klingons from the original series are just people with tans and Fu Manchu. That's all it is.
And I want one. Well, and I want to make my own custom Star Trek Migos as well. Because there's so many characters that I'm looking for, and they're just not there. Like I can't get all the captains, and it's making me insane. But
you got to get the full set, dude. You got to get the full set.
I do. What I need, my crown jewel is what I originally had as a child, which I played with on the daily, which was Kirk, Spock, and Scotty, along with the Enterprise playset, which was just the most fantastic thing. It was just, let's pull up a picture of it. Mego Enterprise. It's such a wonderful thing. Playset, like the captain's chair. I have so many fucking memories.
I love that
of the
episode.
Captain's chair.
Oh wait, no, that's not. I thought that was.
This is Enterprise. No,
that's Enterprise. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, well, what's funny is, wait, when did yeah, because DS9 was first, so that episode of the Four Ferengi was first, so that they did pay a little homage. Like I watched this the other day when Jim mentioned it. I was like, I'm just gonna watch that episode because it's a good one, and they do say like, oh, it's my cousin's ship. And doesn't
Ferengi Migos? I have to make a Ferengi. I'm sorry, dude. I'm making I'll like burn a Migo head. Go on.
Doesn't Quark get the ship from his cousin? Like he wins it or something? It was his cousin's ship. I remember that.
And that's the episode where they go back in time to New Mexico. Remember that?
That was that time. Yo, that was a. Oh,
wasn't that the first fucking episode?
That was his.
Are you going ahead?
His cousin's ship. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that episode with the cousin's ship, and then it ends with him like taking over the cousin's ship. But what I didn't understand about the ending of that episode, I'm like, where I must have missed it. What was the binding agreement? It was like somehow Archer outwitted this crew of Ferengi so that like the dumb cousin now somehow owns the ship and everything that his more successful cousin lorded over him forever. And now they're going off to their Ferengi homeworld with this with this fucking system in place. What happened? How did Archer make that so?
Because he convinced the guy that he wasn't getting his fair share, and he just had enough.
Right. Yeah, basically,
he just said, "I'm going to take it."
Yeah, Ethan Phillips, who's the second from the left, was kind of the leader of the whole pack there. That's Jeffrey Combs there, second from the right, and then Clint Howard. And I think Jeffrey Combs was the one that they always made fun of. He always had to do all the hard work, this and that.
That's another thing I was confused of. I kept thinking it was Clint Howard because I was half asleep, and I was like, I'm like, wait, that's not Clint
Dominic. That's hilarious.
Yeah, Dominic is starting another a Buck Rogers podcast with Joey C. And we're going to be the second bananas. Good luck, pal. We're like the fucking 89th bananas. You fucking jerk.
Fuck Rogers.
Fucking fuck Rogers is what I got to say about that.
Here, I got something tomatoes.
I got something for you.
Okay.
Put away your thing. Put it away, Luke. Put your thing away.
I don't want to put it away. It's hard.
Nobody wants to look at
cramped.
it. Aww. This is my crown jewel.
Oh, Star Trek Dollhouse.
There's a Klingon.
I had that. Well, I didn't have that. I had this as a child. You play with all these little pieces. Although I didn't have these stools. You put these little screens up. They have a little screen with static. Look at the transporter. You put the button in, and then you put your little man inside of there.
Oh, and it spins, right?
Yes!
I remember that. It's like I never owned this thing, but I remember that. You push the button, the thing spins, and then he disappears.
Yep, and then here's it when it's closed. Look at it. It's got a door for the transporter so that your guy, when it's open, you can actually take him out the back door. Boy, oh boy, when you thought we couldn't get any geekier about Star Trek, I get a fucking Mego obsession.
Right. Well,
see, you misrepresent yourself. You're more of a Trekkie than anyone. Like, you're the biggest. No wonder you won the thing.
Like, I'm a hustler, baby.
I have never seen a grown man get more excited about playing with dolls.
I don't play with them. I don't play with them. I display them properly, except for Woody. I play with him sometimes.
Dolls and a dollhouse. That's a Star Trek dollhouse.
I mean, he's sitting right there. How can I can't play with him sometimes.
Oh my God! What the hell?
So you play with dolls, right?
Hey, you know what?
With dolls in a long time.
It's fun and it's safer than crack. That's the way you have to look at it, right?
That's a good point. I think I would die if I ever smoked the crack at this age. I tell you, my Lord in heaven, Richard Kish, could you smoke crack cocaine at your very advanced age?
I would have to be prompted heavily to even take and do acid again. I might do mushrooms or peyote, but
I almost took acid tonight.
Really?
I literally before the show, I was laying down. I did a foot soak with Epsom salts and lavender, and then after my foot soak, Luke, I don't know what layout to put this back onto. That's why I don't know what to do. But I took a nice Epsom bath foot soak, and then I had some ibuprofen and laid in bed and listened to the entire Tom Petty "She's the One" album with my feet up.
The late great Tom Petty.
Oh yes, a few days ago, 6 years ago, he died.
Wow.
Yes.
How old? How old? Was it 60s?
Younger than you, Richard Kish.
Fuck you, Jimmy Grins.
I pick low hanging fruit.
You sure do.
And you wear it. You wear it right there. How old was Tom Petty? Good question.
60s, I'm guessing.
I'm looking right now, but real quick, with where the acid comes in is I was looking up at the fucking my ceiling and shit, and I was literally tripping. Everything was just, and I'm like, I think I want to go take a little slice of acid before the show tonight.
Ooh.
And I forgot until you just said it.
Oh, then you'd really be in space.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
space.
So the final frontier.
You did see the last episode of the first season of Enterprise? Or
I fell asleep during it.
Okay.
Was it a cliffhanger? I don't remember.
50 to 17. 77? 77 or 67? I can't do math. What was your question?
The last episode, was it a cliffhanger? I don't remember.
Yes, it's a two-parter.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yes. 15 plus 17 is 77, correct? I'm not stupid. No, it's 67. I am 67. Stupid. Whew, I knew I was stupid.
No, I knew he wasn't well into his...
Okay,
See,
I'll just say
he's
this.
like 12 years younger than you. What is it, Luke? Nice shirt.
2 years older than me than I am right now. That's young.
Looks like space.
Well, look at you. You're a spring chicken. You know what? If you're younger than Tom Petty's no old man.
So that episode is a
Well,
cliffhanger.
no, he's a dead man, but.
And I'll just say this. Daniels is there and everything is fucked up.
Okay, here's what I'll tell you what I know about that episode, and it's fantastic.
Do you remember that?
So they get to, and Charles, you have to watch this show, you stupid little piece of shit. I was just talking to the woman in the car today, and now I'm putting my ire with all of Star Trek fandom onto you. Earlier I was saying these little stupid pieces of shit in the Star Trek fans, but now I'm going to replace it with Charles Whedon, you little stupid piece of shit. They all fucking got it wrong. You got it wrong. You got it. Oh, Scott Bakula ruined the franchise. Oh, this isn't Star Trek. Oh, it's the most absolute positive, most Star Trek of all Star Trek. It is how Star Trek became fucking Star Trek. Right. And I watched Scott Bakula like, oh my God, this motherfucker's acting the shit out of this. He's throwing in Kirk. He's throwing in fucking Picard. He fucking revitalized the fans. As I said already, the fans ruined this fucking franchise with their complaining. They hated it for 2 seasons, and then they loved it when it became fucking an arc for 2 seasons. Like this is not Star Trek. It is just the most Star Trek there is. This episode, this finale of season 1 starts with them going to a planet to visit like 3,000 colonizers or like 4,000, and they get in a shuttlecraft, and their shuttlecraft ignites the atmosphere because of some fucking thing that they were mining, and it incinerates all of them. So now Archer is just like plagued by fucking having murdered fucking 4,000 nearly people, and then boom.
No matter how good Bakula may be or may
fantastic.
not be in Enterprise, he will never
everybody's fantastic.
He will never even come close to Cisco.
Sure.
Wow.
But does he have to? But I think he does. I think he does. I want a Jonathan Archer doll up here. I'm going to build a Jonathan Archer Mego and mail it to your home, Charles Whedon. You know why?
Send you a video of me throwing it in the garbage.
But I'll have handmade it. At least put it in your cat box.
You can send me the Archer one there, Jim.
I'll send you one too.
I won't throw it away. I'll just put it on my bookshelf.
Good.
He's looking over at you, Charles. He's
can,
like, yeah.
And you
I
can
ruined the
put
franchise.
Yes, and you can put it right next to the Christmas present you'll be getting, along with Richard Kish, Luke of the Bind, and everybody who views our programs. You see, that's the beauty of being the 87th fucking banana with one watching. Even Dominic Sin, the little piece of shit, is gonna get a Christmas present.
Well, V's here too.
Gonna get a Christmas present. Yeah, Damian J. Rogers gonna get a Christmas present. StreamYard Duck getting a Christmas present. Everyone's getting a goddamn Christmas present. And here's a hint: Santa Claus is gonna make it so. All you got to do is chat, be somebody that we know is there. You got 12 Podrants till Christmas. Be at 7 of them. And you're going to get yourself a present if you send me, dox yourself to me.
Yeah, you could call it the 12 Podrants of Christmas.
Don't you want to dock with him?
Dock with me.
They
dock
ships,
so
ships.
much on Enterprise. They dock so much.
They
don't
use
dock
the
everything. Transporter. They're constantly talking about docking.
Yes, and you learned
there's
one
other thing.
They didn't have a tractor beam back then. They used that the grappling hook.
The grappling hooks are awesome. They're like these two things. Charles Whedon! Everything about this show is so amazing. Everything makes you go. It makes you go Star Trek.
Yeah.
In Strange New Worlds, they did mention the grappling hooks. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
When they were talking, when
Charles was trying to say something.
Really, if it is so amazing, then why did it not get a proper?
Because everybody's stupid. And by the way, look, don't spoil the details of the ending. I know.
Oh, I already know what happened.
Yeah, I know it's TNG related. That's all I want to talk. That's all I want to say. But from what I've read of it, it makes perfect sense. It is one of the most historic fucking missions. Oh, you didn't give these characters their proper ending because you incorporated. Again, this is all other fans who were apparently not fans bitching about shit that is brilliant and ahead of its fucking time. It ties in perfectly because TNG people would be in the holodeck watching that. They would be there watching and participating in this final. That was what it's all about. That's what it's all about. It's all about that.
I'm not even talking about the TNG thing that happened. I'm talking about.
Don't talk about anything. Go ahead, say it.
No. There is something else that happens that I will not go into detail with because you haven't gotten to that point yet. But I will say that what it is not resolved. They just leave it there.
All right.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Kish
what happened?
What I'm talking about.
I saw a mini documentary on Enterprise. It was very good, and they talked to a lot of the producers. I forget who. I think Brandon Braga was involved with Enterprise. And they talked to him and they said what happened was by that time, most of the people that were involved in the franchise were burnt out. They were burnt out. And I think some of them were just kind of just going with the flow with it. And I think that's part of what the sinking of the franchise and in that particular series was that their hearts weren't as into it as they might have been because they were burnt out.
Some of them were doing it since the 80s at that point, no?
Something like that. You know, I think Berman was saying the same thing, that they wanted to find someone to take and be the showrunner that was going to take and have a little more energy about it because most of the people involved were just burnt. And I think that played a factor. They tried to get the fans back into the show by, showing more skin for T'Pol, like 7 of 9. That's what they did with Voyager. They brought Ryan in to take and kind of inject a little more life into the show. And I think T'Pol showing more skin and more of the decontamination gel scenes. And
I'm wondering where's the bad part.
Oh, you'll see that.
Where's the bad part? Where does this go down?
Okay, so I'm looking here. I was thinking, when was Voyager running? So you got to think.
It was the late 90s.
Late 90s.
Early 2000s.
Yeah, it says January 95 and ended in May 2001. And then Enterprise started in 2001, I believe.
Yeah, like right after Voyager.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like you're saying, they had TNG had ended. They were doing Deep Space Nine while they were doing Voyager. Then Deep Space Nine ends. They're still doing Voyager, and then right into Enterprise. So they're like, man,
right.
Maybe they could have taken a little break because they
were trying to launch the UPN network with a whole bunch of trash on it.
With Voyager, Voyager was the first one to be on the UPN network.
And when you look at Discovery, I popped on the first episode of that. Considering how long it had been for any new Star Trek, I'm like, holy shit! The jump from Enterprise to Discovery is insane. And probably costs less money. Speaking of Discovery, would you guys like to see what a Michael Burnham Mego looks like?
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, you do. Trust me, you do.
It looks like a ship.
What the hell is that monstrosity?
Can we get it bigger? That's what she said. There you go. Look at that
like
hair.
Leslie Jones.
That fucking hair.
You're like Leslie Jones.
That looks terrible.
Well, most Migos look. Check out the Al Bundy someday.
She deserves it. I do not like that character. And I don't like the series because they centered the whole series. It was one of the first series to become character centric, and she was the character that was the centric character in that. Whereas the other ones were more of a team effort, even though the captain runs the ship.
My issue with Michael Burnham is that her rise to the position of captain was riddled with things that she did, which proves that she doesn't deserve the position of captain.
Yeah,
she deserves to be court-martialed and be thrown in prison for multiple charges of treason.
Is actually where I thought basically the show started.
Yeah.
But it turns out I thought she was like really lowly on the ship, but she was Riker. She's number one.
She was Georgiou's first officer.
Yeah.
Right.
And the Klingon and Federation War, the first one, was her fucking fault.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was her fault.
Yeah.
She started it.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense to fucking make her the character that they're centering that show on. That's a pretty important character. Somebody who fucked up her way through. But you know what? They did pull back from that. It becomes a lot more of a team show, and they play a lot less on her. Although this last season seems
she's
like
a perfect example of failing upwards.
Hey, The Walking Dead was a hit that year. What do you want? It was a talking about
Georgiou. There is a tie between the Terran Empire Georgiou and Enterprise. I'll just say that for now.
Does it involve hot dog fingers?
Oh no, not that movie!
Fingers?
Jesus Christ, man, that movie is so stupid.
That?
You're stupid.
Is Georgiou in that?
Yes, this movie's fantastic.
Whatever.
Not only is it yes, it is. It's fantastic, and not only is it awesome for what it is with its whole multiverse premise, but the fact that Jackie Chan was supposed to be the star of it, and he didn't want to do it, so they flipped the whole script literally and made a multiverse version of it. Coupled with the history of Michelle Yeoh and Jackie Chan, where he essentially kept her down all throughout Hong Kong cinema because she was the Jackie Chan. She was doing the better stunts.
She was the female Jackie Chan.
Yeah, but women had to take it back because they couldn't look better than the men because the men would just have to do harder. And the women physically could do it harder where the men couldn't. So he's like, yo, I'm going to have to kill myself if you keep kicking so much fucking ass. Take it down, girl. And so she did for him. So it's with the history of the two of them leading up to this movie and how it flips like that and the content of the movie. It's one of the universe's finer products.
Was that her in Crouching Tiger? Was she in Crouching Tiger?
Yes, she was.
Okay.
She was in both. She was in the sequel too, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
she was great. No. Everything, everywhere, all at once. I only have one word to describe that entire movie. Boring.
I thought you were going to say Jamie Lee Curtis's titties, but those are more than one words.
No.
Oh, well, that was trading
The
places.
movie was boring. It was boring.
You're boring. There was nothing boring about it. It had hot dog fingers. It literally had everything, everywhere, all at once, and you were bored?
Yes.
You selfish little jerk. More. Veruca Whedon. He wants the world and he wants it now. You're going to turn purple or something. That's violet. A squirrel's going to rape you.
Ooh.
You're gonna get raped by a squirrel.
I'd pay to see that. Man.
Fennel's excited. Jesus Christ.
Look at the tail go.
Fennel loves that idea.
Can't wait for that. Come on,
no, he wants food. He hasn't been.
You're gonna rape my human with a squirrel?
But no, I'm sorry about that, folks, that we were talking about a movie that has nothing to do with Star Trek.
It has everything to do with Star Trek.
We only brought it up because Michelle Yeoh is in the movie, and she's also Philippa Georgiou in Star
That's
Trek.
enough, isn't it?
Georgiou.
Don't you have a Star Wars rant to go on?
I did that on TV.
I know, but I missed it.
Then go back and watch it.
Oh, it's like 8 hours to sift through.
My rant was only like an hour long.
Your rant was an hour?
Yeah.
I gotta see this now.
Nuh-uh. An hour.
I
well,
gotta
maybe
watch
a little
this
bit
now.
less than an hour, but it sure as hell felt like an hour. Oh, I think we lost Luke.
Yep.
I lost 2 pounds in one day, but I gained 7 pounds in 1 week.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like a test or something?
Nope.
Something that a math teacher would give us?
But I also walk 20 miles a day. So Charles Whedon, in 8 more days, how many pounds will I weigh?
How about I take that bushel of apples that's supposed to be in the math equation and I throw it at you?
I think.
Oh, there you go.
That's much preferable to what I thought you were going to do with those apples.
2 trains, one going west, one going east. One's going at 90 miles an hour. The one's going at 80 miles an hour.
One train's carrying apples. The other's carrying oranges.
Exactly.
We lost our host.
Oh,
no. Don't do that, cat.
Knew
All right. God damn it. He likes to use my router as a scratching post.
The little cocksucker.
And it's warm too, probably, so it's comfortable.
Yeah.
Nice and warm. Yeah.
Damn it, cat. You got to stop doing that. All right.
I recently, Charles Whedon, did a show with the 2 men who scorned Richard Kish on his old program, Men Are Talking. No, wait.
Gino?
Actually,
You did a show with Gino?
No, Pat Dixon wasn't there. It was just Anthony Zenhauser. That's right. And in the middle of this program, right when we were getting to the plugs, so I can plug all the shows, Luke thankfully was on the program as well, but he's Luke. He sucks. We fucking just about to do the plugs. Goddamn cats. I knock out the internet. Actually, no, it was the woman. She's a goddamn idiot.
Yeah.
Be nice.
All right.
Stupid women. Be nice. Richard Kish, be nice. The reason why I'm late to this program tonight is because we had fettuccine Alfredo for
Ooh.
dinner.
Who made
Very
it?
delicious. Well, I made
That
the
does sound
sauce.
delicious.
I made the sauce, and I mean, she boiled the pasta and cooked the chicken and
All right.
cooked the broccoli.
There he
And he's
is.
back.
But so really, I mean, that's it's me. She put the garlic bread in. But here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing, and here's why I'm so late, and why she got only Daryl Dixon, and we're not watching fucking Star Treks, because we had fettuccine Alfredo, and when Luke messaged, she was heading in the store, so I'm like, I'm gonna sit here and message back to Luke and smoke a bowl. You got this? I got it. So, yeah, I'm figuring out how to blame it on you.
So it's
So
a
I'm like,
combo of me.
It's
and
a combo
her
of you
and,
two cunts. So I'm gonna just sit here. You got this? Yeah, I got this. She goes in. She comes out. We've made like 2 text messages at this point, if that. She comes right back out. I'm like, wow, that's quick. She's like, I got everything. Told you I'd be quick. Come home to the house. You know what she didn't get?
What's that?
Milk and butter.
Ooh, if you're making your own Alfredo sauce,
mean, you don't
those are 2
need
essentials.
Oh yeah.
much
You
of that.
really
Sure
sound
do.
exactly
Oh.
like her. Luke is just like her because that's what she was doing. And then
You
she
need the
goes,
butter.
We might have
had-
enough at home. We're happy.
we have the. No, she goes, we have that creamer. I'm like, it's fucking sweet cream.
It's not the same.
It's sweet cream.
Put
You don't
some
want
salt
sweet
in
cream.
it. It won't be.
No, Luke. That's basically what you sound just like her. That's what she's telling me. First, she tells me, I'm like, hon, there's no butter. And I'm like holding this thing in my hand. I'm like, there's no butter. Thinking there must be some. Where's the butter you just bought? And she's like, it's in your hand. And I'm like, no, it's a pad of fucking butter. It's a pinky of butter.
A pat.
She's like, I make
Pad of
Alfredo with that all the time. And I'm like, that's why I didn't say this out loud, but that's why her Alfredo sucks.
Yeah.
First off, they don't make it in the shit. Don't make it in the pan either.
Alfredo sauce is great, but it's heavy. There's like heavy fat.
Mm.
You got butter fat from the butter and from the milk and the cream. Yeah, it's good, but
I tell you, I don't. It's got a lot of butter. If I have my way, it's at least a stick and a half of butter.
ooh,
And there's a lot
man.
of milk. Really, 3/4 of a
My
stick
heart.
is where I fall at. But you're not going to tell it's fat. It doesn't feel rich and
It doesn't.
creamy.
Right.
It's just delicious. And I'll tell you what the secret is. It's roasting that garlic powder prior. You cover the bottom of the pan with your garlic powder, your salt, and your pepper, and you get a nice roast on it. Then you put in your butter, and you make a little roux, and then you slowly pour in all of your milk. And then
Wonderful.
you put all of your pasta and your ingredients in. You take your pasta bowl, your big pot of pasta, and you put all your ingredients in there, your bacon, your chicken, your broccoli, whatever you're using, your crab and your peas, whatever you're using. It depends on what kind of weirdo you are. And then you pour all of that liquid on top, and then you let it
Look
cook
what
a little more.
happened.
Put more cheese. Oh, I
Did you
forgot to
crack-
mention all the
Did
cheese.
you crack it or did it come that way?
Mine came exactly like that. They're pieces of shit. Where is mine?
No, it got knocked over and hit the floor. So it. Or no,
Aw.
but it's weird. It fell, and it
But it
looks
didn't
like
chip.
it hit right here, and it just like chipped the entire thing off.
Right, but like I said, there's no little chips out of the side, so
Yeah, it's
No,
really.
it came
I'm
like
not-
that, and you just didn't know. It was like that, ready to break. Well, look, that's a Buddhist philosophy. The pot was always broken, or the pot was always smoked. It could be a Buddhist,
a Buddhist,
a Buddhist,
a Buddha.
because Buddha's another word
Oops.
for pot. Charles Whedon.
I just dropped the piece, so maybe now it's gone.
I think mine holds pencils actually in the living room.
That's what you do with chip mugs.
Okay, well, here. This is what's next to mine.
Ooh,
Do you have the what is it called? The
I'm blowing up the
subatomic.
Earth. Ooh.
Yeah.
This
This is my
combobulator.
favorite mug ever. And I have had this mug.
Charles.
Marvin.
I have had this mug since I was 13 years old. It was given to me as a gift from my mother.
Well, with that, as he stares upon you at night, just hear this. Charles, I want to penetrate you with my subatomic discombobulation. I forget how his voice goes.
I'm getting excited, Charles.
You guys are dicks.
Charles, don't you love me anymore, Charles?
No. It's just Marvin the Martian is my favorite Looney Tune. He always has been.
Toxic Avenger film.
What was that?
Toxic Avenger. And also
but no, it's just I don't even drink out of this. I mean, I use it to hold my pens.
Hey, did you get it? Were you watching when I showed that video I played earlier?
No. Oh yeah, you got to show. That's hilarious. You should show that. I'll watch that again. That was funny.
Let's look at that video.
Let's go to the videotape.
Well,
roll it.
I've noticed that there are some freaky Star Trek doppelgangers. Yeah. This guy, I found his.
So that's Benjamin Sisko?
Thomas Wayne Kenny. This guy, this is his mugshot. I forget what he was.
Morn.
He's Morn. He looks just like Morn. Look at that.
Oh.
Okay. And then we
got
Elon
Musk.
Elon Musk. Yes.
Who do
you can probably guess who he is.
Otto.
He has the same nose too. It's weird.
No. Data.
Yeah.
That's Mark Zuckerberg's.
I guess. Yeah, that would be more accurate. Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg being Data.
Okay, can't wait for this one. That's Elon Musk.
This is my favorite.
That's not Elon Musk. There's no way that's Elon Musk. He's the freakiest motherfucker around. It messed up perfect. It's fucking insane.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, I'm stupid.
There's more. Yeah, the pack. The
really
mentally challenged dumb guys.
Charles,
although they did trick
spread me open.
And a big dum dum. Biggest dum dum.
And what? Okay, now Lucas is showing us a picture of his butt plug. Oh.
Oh, because neither of them have legs. It's.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
That was a crippled joke, ladies and gentlemen.
That joke had no legs.
Don't work.
Making pasta with the wife, she put the bread in.
So and then
I
there's
I get it because that's what happened with me.
Our friend here.
Oh Christ in hell! Wait, what did happen? What happens? Well, I was trying to see the rest of that.
Facetious. What? What do you mean? We already showed it earlier. Sorry, you missed it.
I should have.
But
go back and watch.
I started noticing something about Worf. I'm not so. There's a lot of times where he gets beat. Like he's getting knocked over, thrown over shit, falling out shit, getting shot.
He can take
it. But I'm wondering, is he just because there's also early in the series there's a scene where he has to do this torture ritual where he has to walk through, and in the holodeck they take the safeties, or they'll take the safeties all the way off, but he has to walk by and they all hit him with these shock batons.
Oh, right? yeah. It was a ceremony of some sort. Yeah.
It was to prove his warriorhood or whatever.
Yep.
Warrior shit. I don't know. So I'm wondering if Worf is more of like, is he just a bad security officer? He gets beat all the time, or does he need the pain? Does he need that pain to like really soup it up to turn into Super Worf, or is he just a sadist?
He's a horny little duck. Well, think about every time something involves a woman. He's often very uncomfortable with sexuality.
He's always getting very hurt. Oh.
Not only
everyone beats him. He even wants to slap. He almost hit that lady. This guy beats him. He just the ship beats him.
The electricity beat him. Well, the floor beat him.
That chick beat him. He gets shot. He's not good with the phaser. He looks like he likes it. See? And that was an old guy beating the crap out of him. It's just
okay. Now that was that
Deanna.
One, that's,
Come on.
Well, getting hit in the face with a briefcase, that's one thing. And that was a neck chop. I mean, come on. Again, what did she just do? She deflected it with her hip?
How in the hell is he able to be overpowered so freaking easily? I mean, with data, I understand.
that's lore.
Alright, fine. Lore. Okay, so with lore, I understand. But with all those other characters, how? He's not a half-blood or even a quarter-blood Klingon. He is a full-blooded Klingon.
Have you met his parents, Charles?
We're Russian.
Yeah, they're Russian, which are hardy people. I mean,
Well, no, the Deanna and O'Brien, I believe their bodies were taken over by something, so they were like souped up.
That's right. They were aliens.
Yeah, oh my god! I'm just gonna say it right now, and you know what? I mean, people can take issue with it or they don't. It's just like Worf is a wuss.
They won't, because they're not looking at it. That's right? His parents. Yeah, they're hardy. They're hardy Russians. Yeah.
Krashenko, yeah.
Real hardy Russians.
Oh my god! Even his.
Oh, hello, Worf.
Hello, Worf.
You must take your son. Take your son away,
You
please.
wonder why this Klingon keeps getting his ass kicked?
These are the people that introduced him to prune juice instead of having him drink the traditional Klingon beverage, blood wine. Oh my god!
No. That was that was
his goddamn son's name. Worf's son's name is Alexander Prashenko.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, we know. Well, yeah, because he lived with them.
With them. Same war there.
Yeah, and of course Martok thought that was like one of the stupidest names he's ever heard.
It was actually Guinan that told him about prune juice. One day she was like, "Hey, I want you to try something," and she gave Worf prune juice, and he drank it, and he looked at it like, "What?"
Okay, first off, no one drinks prune juice unless they're constipated, and then.
Maybe that's what Klingon blood wine does to you, so that he's just like, it gives me the same effect. I just don't get drunk. This is amazing.
Yeah,
because they have two sets of organs, right? So he's got a lot to clear.
Well, yeah, it's just like they have redundant organs. So does that mean they have
heart, second set of lungs? Yeah,
two penises.
Yeah,
two anuses.
Oh my God.
Very convenient.
I still can't believe that we were able to figure that shit out.
Procreating machine.
Wouldn't they have 4 nipples?
Oh God, I hope not.
Wow.
Well, no.
Wow.
We saw Discovery and we saw that scene with the naked Klingon.
But you know what? On rewatch, I do think she does have more than two nipples.
God damn it! I don't want to watch that again.
I don't think I need to say that.
I'm not gonna. Well, we can't watch it here, so
no, obviously not. But I mean, I'm not gonna go back and watch that scene to confirm. Fuck that. I'm just gonna take your word for it.
I'm just looking back at my spank bank.
Spank bank.
What do you think about the Suliban?
Oh God,
the Cinnabons?
Not the Cinnabon. Just like just
they're delicious with coffee.
Yes, they are.
Charles, your musculature is so impressive.
They are delicious on their own. And they, oh my God.
Would you like to rub them on me?
That was near my area, closed down years ago.
I'll put a Cinnabon near your area. Oh my.
Well, you know what they say. Chocolate is crack to women. Cinnamon and cinnamon rolls to men is like the equivalent. The smell of cinnamon and cinnamon rolls.
I can attest to that. Every time,
who doesn't love a good cinnamon roll?
Exactly. It's just like every time I walk past that Cinnabon, it's just
it knocks you over.
Oh yeah, hit me like a fucking freight train.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Oh my God.
Hey Charles.
Shut up.
I'd like to hit you like a freight train. Oh my.
Oh my.
All right, well, here comes another version.
That means
of,
enter you with my penis.
Oh, no.
of this thing.
Do you wanna kiss an alien girl? Do you wanna love an alien girl? Do you wanna touch an alien girl? Do you wanna have a space baby?
I thought we agreed we weren't going to show
Ah,
that
damn it!
again.
I didn't
Would
stop
you
it.
fuck me,
Never
Charles?
say never. Never say never.
No, it's
Yeah,
this
I
one.
thought
Here you go.
yeah.
Yes.
Um.
Hey, that's not a cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
But
Well,
no,
I bet you'll get all sticky in those folds.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kind of like a
God.
melon. It has a consistency of like a melon.
It looks like an avocado
Yeah.
person.
Am I wrong?
An avocado mixed with mixed with a
Come on.
cantaloupe.
Yeah,
Can you
cantaloupe, yeah.
imagine? Listen, have you ever, Richard Kish, have you ever stuck your penis into a lady's vagina that was recently, it's stubble on the vagina. It's not bald, but there's not the hair there.
No.
It's a stubbled vagina. The friction of sticking your penis into
No.
a stubbled vagina. You have never experienced that, and your advanced age.
Nope. Nope.
That is something. Well, I guess you know the
Each his own.
70s, all those 60s and 70s
Oh, yeah,
and the 1940s bushes.
I'll let it hang out back in the day.
Like in World War II, the bushes back then. I get it, but all right. Well, the friction that comes with that, Luke, you must know. You've had sex once or twice, right? You've clearly had sex with a vagina that's been shaven, or not? Now I'm feeling weird. Like,
Yeah.
I fucked. You know how many
Yeah.
fucking? Do you know how many different vaginas that fit
In
this
all different
description
stages.
I have fucked, and I have not been like a yes. I have fucked. Do you know? Don't put the screen. That's get off the screen. Thank you. I have fucked. I have had sex with so many phases of so many different vagina hairstyles. Is what I'm trying to say. That's better. There was so many ways I could have said that wrong.
Conversation.
The point is, look at this woman, and this is why she needed to be on the screen.
cuts.
The friction, the hand job alone.
Oh,
Titty
yeah.
fucking this girl. Come on.
Could
Does
be bloody.
Suleiman even have tits? I mean,
Yes. Ow, it would
course they
hurt though. You'd really have to put a lot of lube on there just to fill in the crevices a little bit.
Probably.
Imagine she was fingering your fucking poop hole.
wow.
Okay, well maybe a
Ribbed.
hand job.
It's
There you go.
ribbed for
I'm
Richard
getting
Kish's
it now.
pleasure.
It looks like sandpaper though, or it looks like like one of those big, like a big sponge that's hard. I don't know, like made out of very like.
That's what she calls it.
No, nothing. A little spackle wouldn't help.
I would not spread that
Wow.
over toast.
Richard, are you sure you've had sex before? Because I never knew spackle was involved.
Spackle. Well, no. In the case of the Sullivan woman,
Sparkles sometimes.
Ugh.
Oh, yes. So, sex with a Cinnabon.
Yeah, so, okay.
I'm not gonna make that meme, Becky.
yeah. Becky, clip that.
So, where are you? When are you gonna watch the next episode and finish that up, man? When are you gonna go to the next season, man?
Tomorrow.
Oh, I didn't catch up on the short treks. I did see the one that
I saw
had
only the
Spock.
one.
Oh, you only saw the cat one? The next one
I
had
barely saw that.
the Anar in it. Had what's his name?
Hammer.
Yeah, it had Hemmer in it, who was in charge of doing the celebration for First Contact Day, and he's like,
Right.
since I am neither human nor Vulcan, I am passed it off to Spock. So here, Spock, you do it. And he's like, okay. And Spock says, oh, I've come up with a video that of bloopers. And so he starts showing shit, and it's all just tragic. And he's like, because like a blooper is something when something goes wrong, right? And they're like, no, and everyone's like crying and shit in the mess hall. They're just like, oh my god. And like one lady, he shows ships blowing up, and like one chick runs out because she's like, oh, my sister died in that. He's just like, what's going on? That's not humor, Spock. It's pretty funny. And then eventually he just shows someone getting hit in the balls, and then he's like, everyone laughs, and he's like, oh, that's funny? Yeah, because now
always
really
funny.
got. And then he starts chasing Hemmer and wants to hit him in the balls. See,
someone gets hit in the balls. When do you not laugh at something like that? You always laugh.
I
unless it's
never
you.
laugh.
I didn't laugh
Unless it's
when it
exactly,
happened to
unless
me.
it's you. We always laugh at other people's things.
Of course, Charles. Well, speaking of getting kicked in the balls,
No,
Depending on
I
who you are.
didn't get kicked in the balls. This was like some stupid fad that was going on during the high school days.
oh, fad. Okay,
Yeah,
with a
it was a,
D.
it was a, it
Yeah.
was a,
With a
it
D,
was a-
I thought you said
D.
some stupid. Never mind.
Not
it was a
with
fad
G.
during the high school days where everybody would go around.
I'm sure
and
some
do,
of them like it
sack.
too.
They would take the hand and go like whack and go. And it would.
Oh
it was-
yes,
Yeah.
it's part of why my right nut is destroyed. I mean,
Yeah.
me and all my
walked up-
friends,
somebody
we
ran up to me and did it to me, and I went like and I
Yeah.
almost collapsed on the floor.
not only were we fucking
Yeah.
slapping each other's dicks all day long in the mall, like running around or wherever we were. Literally,
Yeah.
we hung out at the
Getting
Quick
hurt.
Stop and the mall. Literally, like the fucking stupid goddamn cartoon movies, slapping each other in the dicks before these movies even came out. Slapping each other in the dick as hard as you can. And even if we didn't know you, but we just knew you, like we've seen you, and you walk up and it would just say, hey, faggot, boom, and slap you in the dick. And then, that's how life was. My
Yeah.
testicles, man. It's insane.
Yeah,
My
fucking thing hurt.
testicles.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
friend.
the
Want to
the
see
guy-
Captain Kirk from Amigo? Want to see the Amigo Captain Kirk doll without his clothes on?
Oh God, why?
No.
Oh,
Oh
God damn.
no!
Are we allowed to do that?
Of course.
Oh,
That's what you're
okay. He's
supposed
got-
to do. You're supposed to take
skivvies
their
on.
clothes off.
God,
You can
nice
put
tattoo.
you could
Nice
put-
tattoo, Jim.
you could put Kirk's clothes on Spock or on
What are you
Scotty
doing to these dolls?
or on a
man?
Klingon. I'm not doing it. This is a seller.
What
But
sort of
this
pictures do
guy's
you have?
lying.
Can that be?
This guy is
considered-
lying. You can clearly tell that's a put together. He put this together out of spare parts.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
an
sure.
interesting underwear he's got on.
Well, I remember the underwear being that blue, and the boots were his bottom legs, but the hips aren't right, torso's right, arms are not right.
Yeah, the boots and underwear looks kind of kinky.
Those are replacement arms and legs, and this guy's trying to sell it for top dollar.
What?
Oh,
Top
yeah,
dollar,
look,
I
yeah,
tell
the
ya.
forearms don't match the back arms.
Mm-mm.
Back arms.
And I bet
They're
you if
from a
you took
different
those
doll?
underpants off, the curtains would not match.
That's weird.
So,
Well, I don't know whether it's quite that graphic, but
can you believe Captain
The
Kirk
drops.
is still alive? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
and Scotty, right?
No.
Not Scotty.
I got
Check off
something
on
next
that.
time about him.
And yeah.
Oh,
the only
and
two-
Sulu.
Yeah, the only three left.
Yes.
So they can
And
make a movie
Sulu.
together.
Sulu.
The three of them,
Oh,
look,
my.
it's not the core trio. The core trio is Bones, Spock, and Kirk. But I think the three of them could do some sort of reunion fucking movie. Why
Yeah.
not? I would be interested. And you know what kept us back, or kept Paramount from giving it to Shatner? His fatness.
Yeah.
Nobody believes a fat Kirk.
Really?
Yeah,
Come on,
that is,
it's-
they said it in the past.
There was a
The
fat
Admirals-
Elvis. Why
You'd
not?
see admirals show up in the various series, and they'd be heavy set, because like I said, you're sitting in a chair. You're
Right.
not out. You're not out being active at this point. You're commanding from afar. So.
Where exactly? Not only that, and you're used to him being fat at this point, and he's not even as crazy fat as he used to be. Like he's it's just you're used to him. It was the shock. And what, you never read a Mad Magazine, Luke and Charles Whedon, where they would make fun of like how he just increasingly gets more and more fucking bloated with each movie? It was a thing, trust me. You never watched the Jay Leno program or something like that? The Johnny Carson?
I watched Jay Leno a long, long time ago, and I did also read a little bit of Mad Magazine.
I got a bunch of those in my to-buy list too.
Yeah, I think even when I was a kid, I went to freaking Disney World, and at Epcot, they had like this whole like little thing they had there where they could simulate you being a guest star on the Jay Leno show, and you would like sit in this chair.
Did you do this?
Yeah, I did.
Tell us every second of it.
Yeah. They would have you sit in this chair, and there would be this camera that would record you, and it would like sort of put like your body in the chair, simulate show up on a video, and it would make it look like that you were sitting on the chair next to Jay Leno. And then it would have Jay Leno sitting at his desk, and he would be asking all these like pre-recorded questions, and you would then answer the questions. And then it would be like a back and forth. Now, me being the stupid kid that I was, I didn't realize that it was all pre-recorded. I thought it was live and real. So I got very embarrassed. And after the first question, I turned bright red. I jumped up from the chair and I ran away.
No.
Do you own this tape?
Poor
still?
Charles.
No, I don't.
Oh, that's the best story you could look. You could have just like the story could go like this, Charles. Oh yeah, I went and did this thing where I sat down and talked to a fucking recording of Jay Leno like an asshole. No, that's not your story, Charles. Your story is much better.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but no, that's my experience of talking to Robot Jay Leno.
Robot Jay Leno.
I put a link in the private chat. I can't bring it up. I keep like glitching out when I try to.
I see it.
I was wondering if Jim could maybe bring that up because you're talking about
okay,
Kirk
this guy I was also talking about this with
movies
the woman.
with Kirk.
I got it here, Mr. Whedon. This guy, I was talking about this with the woman as well. He can kiss my dick with this.
Ooh, take it easy.
I'm not sure how I feel about
Mr.
this.
Patrick Stewart.
I mean, I'm not okay with it. No, I'm not okay with this. It's just
no, me neither.
Yeah.
And do you know what he wants to do with it, Mr. Charles Whedon and Mr. Richard Kish?
What does he want to do with it?
He wants. I can bring a fearful Jean-Luc Picard. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck
that was the quote.
Fearful. Why fearful?
Idiot. Oh, because he just wants to, I want to reinvent the wheel. Suck a dick. You tried to reinvent the wheel for 2 seasons, and you fucking failed, and you needed the next generation. Everyone got what they wanted. It ended perfectly, and now it's fucking over. Yeah.
So
now it's fucking over.
And then they kill him off, and they bring him back as an android, which I find
So in other words, they've learned absolutely nothing.
He's learned nothing. But you know what, you guys? I will take led by Patrick Stewart as Picard, I will take a Next Generation movie, big like for the future, like in theaters. He wants his movie to be a theater film, He wants those old days. Really though, I think I saw the word one more shot. I thought I said money shot. He wants the payday. Is what it is.
That could be.
Yeah, he wants to have one big money shot.
Last hurrah. But it's not going to be a hurrah if he's going to be fearful. First off, I've never known Picard to be fearful. Yes, he can be afraid, but he never shows fear. He doesn't, in my experience.
Well, he's an android now, right? So he has less to fear at this point. He can't get killed.
I mean,
he can be killed, sure, but
he's,
you know what I mean.
He's kind of programmed to be normal, though, to be not. I mean, yeah, if he gets stabbed, though, he's not going to bleed as much as, or will he?
Well,
I don't know.
I thought the type of android
maybe they are that advanced.
He's mostly organic. He's not like Data, where he's like how Data used to be. He is an organic
Oh, he's a cyborg?
life.
Okay, yeah.
He's more cyborg than anything.
He's more cyborg. All right. I thought
Yeah.
he was completely android, but he's
No.
not.
He's organic.
Okay.
But he is a synthetic, but he is, I think they described it as organic positronic life form. I think is how they described it. And
Right.
now in season 3, Data is
Well,
the
that's
same.
interesting what you got up on there now.
Yeah, Data is
Yeah,
also
you see
an
that?
organic positronic life form as well.
I was
Because
waiting until you
Data got a new body as well.
this.
Say that.
Stewart notes about the movie, talking about how Kirk had been recast multiple times, how Picard will eventually be recast, and then suggested his own son, Daniel Stewart, says, "It will happen, I'm sure. I mean, I already..." Can you do the stupid gay Picard voice? I was just trying to do a...
It will happen, I'm sure, he said. I mean, I already have a
A
son.
little more flamboyant.
No. I know what he's doing. I can do the voice. It's like, make it so.
Thank you, Charles.
Make it so. Oh my.
My
It will
son
happen, I'm sure.
Daniel would be a wonderful Picard. He's a fantastic actor.
Yeah, but like every English guy sounds gay anyway, so what's the difference?
Hey.
I mean,
Exactly.
I mean, Daniel
Daniel
Stewart
Stewart.
wouldn't be the first. That series we were talking about, Star Trek Continues, they cast
Yes.
Chris Doonan to play Scotty, who's James Doonan's
yeah,
son,
yeah,
and he was
yeah.
great because he looked like his father. He could do the Scottish accent. And another instance, we were talking about
Yeah.
recasting. Remember the female Romulan? She in the original series, they brought her character back in Star Trek Continues, and I thought it was her, but I said she would be really old. Her daughter played her mother, and was very convincing looking because she looked like James Doonan, Charles Doonan looked like her mother. So I found that interesting. So, because they're going to look like them, they're going to sound like them. If you bring up a picture of George Harrison and his son Danny, D-H-A-N-I, Danny Harrison, who also performs right now, it's scary. He looks
Donnie?
just like his dad now. So it's the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree.
I took a look at Daniel Stewart.
But can
he does actually look a little bit like his father.
He does.
He's taller than his father. Yeah, I could see
Does he have
him
hair?
pulling off. I could see him pulling off playing Picard.
But can he act?
Charles.
That's the problem. I mean,
Can I just point this out to you? Look at his face.
didn't they try to do
I'm
this
Sure,
with Sopranos?
but I'm sure you're looking at the Google of Daniel Stewart.
Yes, I
Okay.
also checked out his IMDb page.
So
as
if you're
well.
looking
Now I
at
have to
all
look.
of those pictures, look at that and think about the first time they recast Pinhead.
Oh, he is an
That's
actor.
what I feel would be the
Yeah, but I never
equivalent of
never
Jean-Luc.
saw Hellraiser Resurrection. I never watched it.
But you saw the Pinhead, didn't you?
Yes,
You saw the trailers at least
yes.
with that really horrible fucking. That's what that Pinhead. Put pins in that guy's face, and there you go.
Pin face.
I guess we should have been looking at a picture of him. Quick, pull up to Stevie Lou.
But I mean, no. I
Um,
will admit this is yes, and that comparison, yes, I see what you're talking about. I do.
Here if you don't have one.
So I mean, I guess
play that
I
video
guess I
game.
get it. There is one other thing
No.
they could do. I don't know if it's going to work, but they could cast Tom Hardy
Interesting.
because he did play a younger Picard in Star Trek Nemesis.
he could probably pull it off. He did. He was pretty good in that. I thought he was. I thought he did it. He did it justice. You know,
Yeah,
he was
although
more
the problem-
ruthless.
The problem is that Tom Hardy was thinner then, and since that movie came out, he has definitely gotten more buff, and he's gotten more
Well.
muscular. So, if he were to play,
Thank you for noticing. I've been working out.
Oh,
Well,
But no, it's
I mean,
just
there
so-
could have been a time in Picard's life when he was a little more buff, and then as he got
Yeah.
older, he wasn't he wasn't keeping up with it. I could see.
Nah,
that.
Yeah,
he was always a namby pamby.
Yeah, but no, it's just if they were to cast Tom Hardy in the role of Picard, which I think would be a good casting, it's just we would have to get used to Picard being more capable of punching his way through things instead of shooting things with his phaser.
Also, Tom Hardy is a bisexual, so he could definitely play a British.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking
Perfect.
Jim with the Archie Bunker approach on England.
And on that one, I think we're going to
rub our pussies together.
Yeah.
This is the 15th episode of season 3, guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
The other 2 seasons are lost. We lost a lot of scissoring.
Addresses.
We lost a lot of scissoring, guys. We have to scissor very